Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Spectacles. So this session is all about jQuery. So we use jQuery because jQuery give you a pre-built models and JavaScript objects. That's why we use a jQuery. At the time when JavaScript were used by the developer, and at the time the developers can only access their events through the help of get element by id or class name. But after that it is very you can say that complicated to some developers to access some more elements. That's why query selector, but at that time query selector was not there. Query selector and query selector all, that's why jQuery were used. So that's how we started a jQuery. But now it's JavaScript have some ES6 and ES7, sorry, ES5 and ES6, that through the help of that we can work with query selector and query selector all. But if you go back, there was no query selector and query selector all. So that's how we started a jQuery. Now coming to the topic here, so how we can use a jQuery and what kind of syntax and everything is used, let's check it out in VS Code. So this is our VS Code. As you can see here, make one file index.html, take one bullet template. Because jQuery have their pre-built models of JavaScript, so we need to access jQuery through the help of CDN. So here is your jQuery CDN. Open this. So we are using a jQuery core 3.7. Copy this link and paste it over in the meta tag. Okay, now just check it out, it's working or not. For that, write a script. Under this script, make sources. Under this sources, write index.js. That's it. Now check it out, it's working or not. Console.log hi, and index.html, open with live server, check through inspect. Here is console is working. Now some jQuery objects are here. Let's figure out how it's working here. So write console.log. Through the help of $sign we can access jQuery tags. So write h1, but there is not a single h1, so make one h1 here, h1 tag hello, and as you can see it's giving me a index number of h1. Now if I want to choose any of index number, so I can choose it through the help of eq. So there is a eq. So through the help of eq keyword, you can give any of indexing number in JavaScript. So if I will write here one more hello, copy this, paste it over here, and instead of 0 make it 1, so it will access index number 1. Okay, so that's how we can work with indexing in jQuery. Now if you want to change any of color, so how you can do it, copy this. So I'm removing this now because I don't require it now. Copy this, paste it here. Now instead of eq, if I want to change something in CSS, so I can change, right, CSS dot, and here if you want to give any of background color, so give background attribute and write black. So it's work like that, but black is not looking good. So what we can do is, instead of black, stay in yellow so that it's visible. Okay, similar with, you can change a font also. So how you can change a fonts? So you can change a font, or you can create any of a border like, so copy this, paste it over here and make a border. And border attribute should be solid and 1px and black, and that's how we can work in. Instead of to make it tan, so it's visible more. Okay, and if you want to change a color, so you can change like gray, so it works into gray. So it is very simple, and we can handle easy in short syntaxes through the help of jQuery. Now similar, when we worked in JavaScripts, so we need to write everything, but here you don't need to write anything like element by ID or element by class name. You don't need it. You just make a dollar and directly you can write a query selector. That's why many of developers or many of industries lacking jQuery, but JavaScript have, because it's you can say that it's an extended version of JavaScript, because it gives you a pre-built models, so it is very easy. Now through the help of variable, we can access like let a equals to, and make it like let nc. Just a second. Okay, so here is your let a equals to css, and if I want to just give a short name, so just give a like that and write a dot, and here is a dot is css, and here include nc. Now nc have some objects. Now what kind of object? You can write any of objects. So write let nc, and you don't need to write each and everything in different h1 then dot css. Instead of, make one variable, and in that only you can include your css styles, and each of whatever changes you want, you can just write it down here. So here, if you want to change color, you can change a color. If you want to change a background, change a background. If you want to change, make it wallet. If you want to change border color, you can change a border color too. So like that, you make once and you can change any of things, because it's too lengthy to write each and everything in a same page and copy and paste each and every time. So it's better to make once and then you can work on it. 20 pixels solid, and it should be a gray. Okay, perfect. So that's how we can work with this. Now make one input here. So here is your input, and give some kind of attribute like placeholder should be a username. And if you want to change any of it, how you can change it? Just select this input, because it's a query selector, so you don't need to write hash or dot. And here make attribute, and your attribute name is placeholder, and you want to change it into